Hello everyone, so it's time for another one page at a time video, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all the pages that I did in here this past week. So it says, draw yourself a grid. Can you fit a tiny word in each box? Can you write a story that fits perfectly? So I drew a grid and I made like a little story poem type of thing about me and my cats. And it says, once upon a time, there was a girl who decided she'd be fine on her own. So she found her best companion in a cat and told the men to leave her alone. But one cat led to another, and another led to three. Before she knew it, her home was covered in cats. Some were small, some were fat. One even liked to play in her hat. She took them all in until her house became overgrown. They all talked, and so it was known. She was the crazy cat lady, and so she lived happily ever after, and from a distance you could hear her laughter. The end. So I just tried to write it all into this little grid as much as I possibly could. I tried to rhyme as much as I could. I'm not the best rhymer. I'm not Dr. Seuss. And I'm sorry if my camera's moving. My cat's on my bed right now, and that's where my tripod is, so I apologize. But I tried to rhyme as much as I could, and I fit it all into the little grid. And then I just drew an illustration. I have me and my jammies and a little crown. And then I have all 8 cats of mine. There's Tigger, Wubsy, Rocco, Carla, Booger, Cuddles, Ella, and Dutchie. So, yep. I like this page. I think that it's cute. The next page said, draw your dream house or apartment or castle. So I just drew an ordinary looking house, and I made it like nighttime because I am a night owl. So I love nighttime. I love anything that has to do with outer space or the moon or the stars or just galaxies in general. So I made this picture in nighttime, and like I said, I just drew an ordinary looking house, and I made it turquoise, which is my favorite color, if you guys didn't know that by now. And then I just drew Halloween decorations all over my house because whenever I get my own house, I'm pretty sure that's what the outside of it's going to look like. Halloween decorations all year long. I have a pumpkin, a tombstone, a skeleton, a bat, a ghost, and there's even a cat peeping out of my window. I have cats on the ground outside of my house, and then I have a little mat that says cats welcome. And then I have these 2 signs on my door that say beware and ghost hunter. And then down at the bottom I just put basically all the Halloween decorations and cats. So it's kind of like a Halloween mixture with crazy cat lady style house. But I really like it, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, if I ever get my own place, this is probably what it's going to come close to looking like. The next page said, it's just paper. Draw some salt, then throw it over your shoulder for good luck. I got this funny idea to use something that was from my childhood, which was Blue's Clues. In Blue's Clues, there was the salt and pepper shakers. And the salt was Mr. Salt, and the pepper was Mrs. Pepper. And I thought, you know, this would be funny. I'm going to draw Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper onto this page, and yeah, so that's what I did. I drew Mr. Salt right here, and I drew some salt around him, and then I drew Mrs. Pepper, and I just put Mr. Salt from Blue's Clues. Hell, I might as well draw Mrs. Pepper too, and because you can't have one without the other, right? That's what I was thinking. So I drew them both on here. And I put a little fun fact up at the top, and I put carrying salt with you or sprinkling it around your home gets rid of evil spirits, which is very, very true. So keep that in mind if you ever have something dark attached to you, or you ever go ghost hunting or something and you want to be on the safe side. But yeah, I just thought that it would be cute to add something from my childhood in here, and I really like it. I think that it's cute. It kind of makes me laugh.
And you know something? I honestly thought that the salt was the girl and the pepper was the boy, because that kind of makes no sense to me. I don't know why. I picture the guy to be the pepper and the girl to be the salt, but it's whatever. It's Blue's Clues. I mean, I thought Blue was a boy for a long time, and then it turned out she was a girl, and Magenta was actually a boy. And you would have thought that, you know, the boy would be blue, and the girl would be magenta because the whole color thing. But colors don't have a gender. I mean, you can like whatever color you want. It honestly does not matter. But all I'm saying is it's just weird how they did that. But I guess if they're just teaching that, you you can be whatever color of the rainbow that you want. It doesn't matter what gender you are because it's just a color.
The next page says, pause at an overpass and count the cars zooming below. How does it feel? So I just wrote down how I felt whenever I did this, and I forgot to do this today when we went out, but I've done it before. It's almost time stopping. It's like you're so focused on the cars moving, you almost forget about your own life. Or when it makes you stop and think and look out like you're in a music video, which I have done so many times before. I always do that when I'm in the car and we're like going for a really long car ride or something. But yeah, you should definitely try it if you're going through some stress in your life. Kind of makes you stop and think about things. So then the next thing said, make a playlist to go for a run. So they already had one song on there, which was Weekends by the Rain Girls. And I used songs that most people probably would not use when they go for a run. I'm very into metal and rock. I'm into all kinds of music. Like, I am a music lover. I love any type of music except for rap. I'm not a big rap fan, to be completely honest. But other than that, I am a big music lover. But I added songs that most people would not use to run. But if I was running, these were the songs that I would probably be listening to. So I used them. I have Down with the Sickness by Disturbed. Favorite song by them ever. 3 was Let the Bodies Hit the Floor, Drowning Pool. Those are both songs that I've heard at haunts and have grown like attached to through haunts. So it's kind of funny that I added that in here. Like, it makes my adrenaline pump up. So I guess that's the reason why I put it in here, because it makes me want to run faster, which would burn more calories or whatever. And then I put On Top of the World, Imagine Dragons, because it's upbeat. And that does sound like something that you would listen to when you're going for a run. The next one was The Best Day of My Life, American Authors. Who doesn't love that song? I Have the Tiger, which is from Survivor. You guys know that song. Like, that's perfect for a run. I could not add that in here. Cake by the Ocean, DNCE. I don't know. I was just trying to choose randomly. Honestly, I just really like that song. And Invincible, Headley. So those were the songs that I used. Like I said, not really like type of songs that you would really listen to going for a run, aside from I Have the Tiger, but
Did what I did. The next page said travel plans. What landmark do you want most?
What landmark do you most want to see there? And I would have put something to do with my best friends, you know, something in Florida like Disney World, or something in Massachusetts like Salem. I would definitely like to visit those places because I've never been to either before, but since I had to choose just one, I did not want to pick between my two best friends, and this is also a place that I really would like to visit sometime, which is New York City. Once again, I've never been there a day in my life, and I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to stand in the middle of Times Square and get my picture taken in front of it, which I'm sure everybody does. I just think that it would be awesome. So I just drew some buildings. I tried to make it look as much like New York City as I possibly could. Then I put New York City and put a little heart, and that was this page. I kept it very simple, but yeah, I would really love to visit there one day. I would really love to visit like a lot of places. I want to travel more than what I do. I just don't have the money right now to travel, so I'm kind of waiting until I get a good job before I go any place like this. But one day, it's on my bucket list. One day it will happen.
So,
The next page said snacks to eat, and I had a bunch of snacks already on there, and I had like little check mark boxes beside it, and I didn't have any of this food, but I just marked the stuff that I liked off the list, and then I drew little illustrations for all the stuff that I liked. I marked pretzels, ice cream, donut, another donut, licorice, candy bar, chips and dip, one more donut, and then, like I said, I just drew some illustrations to go along with it, and I added a cute little border around it as well with some markers, and that's all that I did to this page. I love food, I love junk food, and that's mostly what all of that stuff was. But yeah, those were all of the pages that I did in here this past week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big old thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become a morbid maniac. Also, leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite page was from my one page at a time from this past week. Mine was definitely the cat one and probably Mr. Salt and the Mrs. Pepper one because I really like that page because it takes me back to my childhood. But leave me a comment and let me know yours, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!